We are really putting my makeup to the test today because today, when I'm filming this, Julia is finishing kindergarten. Yeah, no, I'm gonna be a wreck later. Hello everyone! I'm here today to share with you guys a video testing out a whole bunch of beauty YouTubers' favorite products. These are products that I've seen around, that they've talked about, that they really enjoy, and I'm going to put them to the test. Wipe them all over my face. And as always, if you enjoy these types of videos, if you want to see more of them, make sure you click on that thumbs up button and click on the notification bell down below so you are notified when new videos go live every Thursday and Sunday, because otherwise sometimes YouTube apparently forgets. And I will link at the end of the video more of these beauty guru tested type of videos that I've done. Love doing these, a whole playlist at the end so you can check it out after, because if you're like me, you tend to just watch videos over and over when you're on YouTube and you fall down a rabbit hole. And without further ado, let's get into this. And now that we're zoomed in, forgot to set my brows, so start by doing that. And now let's dive into some eyeshadow. And this eyeshadow palette was something that Tati had actually talked about in one of her recent videos, and she shared that she really enjoyed how they looked on the eye. She loved the wearability of these shadows. It's the Jouer Tan Lines eyeshadow, which is a relatively new one for them. It is a really nice mixture of neutrals as well as some really fun pops of color. The cap packaging is just like, that's beautiful. Oh, it's way prettier in person than I even thought versus the video. And it was pretty in the video. These metallics are just really pretty. I'm just gonna stare at this all day. So it looks like we have 1, 2, 3, 4 mattes, and the rest are all shimmer kind of metallic ones. So let's swatch a bunch of these. I think I'm going to stick to a lot of the neutrals on the eyes today because we have some fun colored liners. But I do want to test out what the consistency is of these colorful ones, knowing of course that, I don't know why I did it that way, that was silly, knowing that it can be so different once you actually place it on the eyes, of course. But just to kind of get a sense of what we're working with here. And this is just a really, really brisk swipe. So like you can see those metallics are really look at that blue. That's like on vacation blue, ocean blue. And this right here is the mermaid swimming in that ocean. The pale yellow is really beautiful. That I find it's really hard to get a nice pale yellow that isn't really dry or not very pigmented. And they did a really good job with that. The lime, I'm not super wowed by. I tend to not be. I find that that particular shade, it needs like a base underneath to really make that color shine. But the other ones are really pretty. So let's put some of these on the eye today. So I'm gonna start over here in Beachaholic. We're just gonna place that into the crease. I'm finding you can really build well, at least with this one particular shade, quite nicely. It's not like boom, there's a ton of shadow on your lid and then you have to find a way to blend that out. These do build, which sometimes is nice when you're, especially when you're learning and you're practicing and you're trying to get better at eyeshadow. I find sometimes that having shadows that are very layerable is really nice. And I'm just building that out a bit, especially in the outer corner, out towards the brows. I've said it before in past videos. I apologize in advance if you hear some construction noise in the background. You're like, what is that? That is our basement. It is getting renovated, completely overhauled. It was very much unfinished before. I did a huge declutter on my RachhLoves Life channel if you're interested in seeing that, to kind of see the before. And I also have some stories on my Instagram kind of showing you guys the process and what we've been doing with it. But making a lot of progress, but it is quite loud. So yeah, even from the basement. And I'm on the second floor. Now I'm gonna take a little bit of Heat Wave with the same brush. And I think I'm just gonna put that a little bit closer in the crease. I just wanna see how it kind of changes the base color a bit. It's really pretty. It reminds me of like a seashell or something. So pretty. Just a really nice, like this I would wear like as an everyday kind of a shadow. So let's go on to, I'm gonna take a bit of Tankini and Sure Thing, these two shades here, and I'm going to mix those and put them on the lid because they are beautiful. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, this one has the lime green on it. Glad I checked, Rachel, good job. Let's try that again. This one might be a little bit dark for me. Maybe we'll do it on like the outer corner. And then we'll take the other more gold one and we'll press that sort of on top. I like them layered better than apart. That makes sense. They're like a nice duo. And then let's go into Driftwood, which is the perfect name, by the way, for that shade. That is 100% the shade of Driftwood. Okay, you know what? I really like that. I know it's very simple. It's a very simple look because, again, colored liners, but I do like the quality. They're very buildable shadows. Like they blend really seamlessly. Even taking some of those two lighter shades and sort of dusting it around the outside to blend everything out was super seamless and smooth. These don't pack a punch the way some eyeshadows do when you kind of put them on and you're like, whoa. These build, these layer, they blend all the shadows, all the colors meld together really nicely and are very complementary, and I like it. I know it's simple, but I like it. Now on to some colored liners. These are the ones by ColourPop. They're gel liners. Kathleen Lights was talking about them in her video. She did a whole video on her favorite ColourPop products because she was also launching some of her new blushes. And I believe one of them is a bronzer shade as well as individuals of her Zodiac palette. And so I thought it'd be kind of fun to play around with some of these colors here as well as the blushes. I'm going to be testing those out as well. But this color is kind of speaking to me. I pulled out a couple of them because I didn't know where I wanted to go with it yet, but this is Prance, which is like a sea blue, and it just fits with this palette, you know? We have a vibe going on today. Well, before I do that, I'm gonna put a little bit of eyeshadow under my eye too, because I always feel like that rounds out the look. Oh, I have a bunch of eyeshadow underneath my eye. That's cool. Let's swipe some of this on. That is very blue. It's very blue. I'm kind of liking it. It's kind of fun, right? I love that the color is just like on the eyes, you know, it's just like, it's like right there. All right, I'm learning something about this particular formula is that it likes a nice light coat as sort of like a starter base. And then once that dries, then I find that layering another layer on makes it more impactful, because otherwise if you start like putting on too much all at once, it gets really clumpy, which doesn't look great. That's the only thing, but it's really bright and colorful and I like it. So now let's go on to mascara. And I saw Allie Gleans use this mascara and she put it on her eyes and I was like, what is that? Her lashes looked so full, so voluminous, so over the top and amazing. And I was like, I need that mascara. And it was the CoverGirl Exhibitionist mascara. And she talked about how much she loved this mascara, and you could tell just the way that it looked on her eyes. It was like, it looked so good. So I decided I need to test it out, and I've been testing out so many mascaras recently. I find that like the makeup industry goes through waves, and it's like there's no mascara that's new for like 6 months, and then boom, 17 all at once, and you need to try them all. It's supposed to define, lengthen, separate the lashes, super fullness, you know the drill. Oh, whoa. It's a very strong chemical smell I was not expecting. I don't really smell anything from my mascaras. Like, does anyone? That would be weird. Like, that was pungent. Do the underside of the lashes too. Try and cover up some of that blue I probably got on there. All right, so right there, that is one coat. So what do we think? So far, so good? Like, they do look fluffy. They look black at the base. Definitely for me, I need like another like 2 or 3 coats, but okay. Good starting point. So let's get 2 coats on and see what that looks like. All right, what do we think? I mean, I still have to curl them, especially on this side because they're really, really drooping. But what do we think of the volume? Do we like it? Do we not like it? I feel like I'll like it better once this is recurled a bit because it has fallen a lot. And then I find that this formula is very dry. It's like a drier size formula, but it does give like beautiful volume, especially you can see it on this eye, like really, really pretty, nice and black and full. I also found that it didn't layer as nicely or as smoothly as some other mascaras that I've used, but I think it looks really pretty on the eyes, and once they're recurled, like, it's gonna look much better. So while this dries down, let's go on to the face makeup, and this is a product I don't normally use. In fact, I tend to actively avoid it. And that is a powder foundation that Nicole Guerrero went online and said that it was life-changing, that it was the best product she'd ever used in that category, hands down. And I was like, well, guess I gotta try it now. It's by Makeup Forever, and it is the Matte Velvet Skin Blurring Powder Foundation. And I actually saw that Taylor talk about it as well and said that she really, really loved it. And this is a powder foundation that is going to last on your skin for 12 hours. It's going to mattify. It's going to be waterproof, I believe. Did it say waterproof or did I make that up? Water resistant, sorry. It's going to leave your complexion looking very velvety, soft, and smooth. It's going to move with your skin, unlike a lot of other powder foundations, which tend to look really cakey on the skin. So I'm excited. And what I found really interesting from her video is that she was saying that the sponge that it came with was that part of it that really made a world of a difference for her. So she recommended using the white side. They have a black side and a white side. White side is more for lighter foundation, and if you want more coverage, apparently the black side is the way to go. But she recommended the white side, so that's what we'll go and do. I'm going to load up this little sponge with some product here. And then she like kind of pressed it in and started swiping. Wow. Okay, like, do you guys see the immediate difference from one side to the other? Like, it really does blur everything. Does it look cakey? No, it doesn't even look cakey. Wow. Oh, and she did say, by the way, for the reason that I'm going straight into the powder, is not to put on any primer first because it tends to adhere a little bit funny if your skin is still wet from a primer. So I put on moisturizer a couple of hours ago, so we're going in with nice dry skin. Although I didn't apply any under eye concealer. We'll do that after. Going a little bit out of order, but it's fine. I gotta say, this is really impressing me. Apparently I've been out of the powder foundation game for too long. Wow, I am convinced. That looks really good, right? That's not just me, right? That looks good on camera because it looks like my skin is just naturally flawless. That's insane. Okay, cool. Awesome. Nicole, you convinced me. Now we have on a little bit of concealer. I also set the concealer down. By the way, I don't recommend, wow, my lower lashes look insane. I don't recommend setting the concealer if you apply concealer with this blurring foundation. I started to do that just like a little bit, just like right at the edge of where the concealer was, and it was just this like line of pigment of like the foundation. I was like, okay, that's too much. So I ended up using one of my setting powders instead, and that was like a lot better. Just a little heads up. Now we're just gonna set underneath here as per usual. All right, now on to blush. I actually started to apply bronzer and I was like, no wait, we're gonna be using Kathleen Light's new pressed blushes. I figured we would swatch them all and kind of see which one we want to play around with. Boom, boop, boop, and I need one more. Wipe off my finger and try again. All right, there are all 4 of them. I think that this one as a bronzer would be really nice. This one is a little too cool toned, a little too deep for me, as well as this is beautiful color. That would be gorgeous. Even on the eyes would be nice. But this is the one, the winner for me. Woo! You see how much product I picked up? I like tapped it in and it's like, bam! Okay, very pigmented. Wow, what a magical sound that is. I love blush so much. I need to be careful so I actually stop. Very pretty undertone, very pretty shade. It is very, very pigmented, so if you do buy it, be careful. I'm just feeling a little bit like dry looking. I think once I add some highlight, maybe like a little quick mist of setting spray, that'll help things along a little bit. Look at that inner corner. I can't get over it. None love. Now on to lip product, and this is a product that was recommended from Amanda Ensing, and she talked about the NARS Velvet Lip Glide, and this is in the shade Strip. Just a very nice, like neutral, almost a gray beige kind of a nude, and she said she loved it a lot, and so I was like, okay, we'll test it out. Oh, it smells, ooh, like chocolate? Oh, I wasn't expecting that. That's nice. Oh, that's a really pretty nude shade. Ooh, I like this. When paired on top of your lips' natural shade, it brings out like a hint of pinkiness. It's not so like drastically gray as it is when you look at it in the bottle. And when you apply it, it does give that really classic nude shade. That's really pretty. I like it. So now I'm gonna go about the rest of my day. I will check in with you guys tonight. We'll see how everything is wearing. Make sure, as always, to click on the subscribe button so you don't miss out on when new videos go live. Do tons of these full day wear tests. If you have any product recommendations, as always, leave them in the comments below, and I will see you guys in a bit. Okay, quickly need to jump in here because I cannot find anywhere where Kathleen, I don't know where I saw it, but she had talked about the liners. So instead, I also added in a bit of a gel liner from ColourPop that she really strongly recommended in the shade Overboard. It has a little bit of like a bronzy tint to it, and I put that on the waterline so that I can kind of continue with testing out the rest of the makeup, but I want to like let you guys know that's what's up. I don't know where I saw that. All right guys, it is now at the end of the day. This is what my makeup is now looking like. By the way, I do love my hair right now. I don't even know what that is. So the blue liner has held up fairly well. Like it still looks nice and blue, nice and bright. I loved how it looked with the eyeshadows I chose, like with the coppers. They complement each other so well. Really love the eyeshadows. They're still really glittery on the eyes, no fallout, or maybe like I just see like one speckle. The mascara I'm not mad at. Like the mascara does look good on the one eye, but not on this one. I don't know what happened to this eye, but it looks terrible. And then I'm noticing a little bit of smudging underneath the eyes. I would assume that's a mixture of both the ColourPop liner that I put down there as well as the mascara. In terms of the face makeup, it held up really well all day. Like I would say it's certainly not a full coverage look or anything like that, but if you want to have just a nice soft blurring effect, gonna hide a little bit of redness, like it was really nice and really fast, and it's something I personally will be using again, though I do like it better with like a dewy setting spray on top. I felt like that combination was much nicer for me personally. And then the lip gloss was really pretty, not super long wearing obviously, but like it looked really nice on the lips, faded really easily. Just a good staple, you know? I would love to know who some of your favorite beauty gurus are. Who are they? The ones that review products, that talk about favorites, because I love learning about new ones and I keep gravitating towards the same ones that I watch over and over again. But it's nice to include some new ones. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know who you love watching. Check out these videos on the side in case you have missed any. I did a full playlist right here of all of the Beauty Guru tested videos where I do a full day wear test. So go check those out. Make sure you subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on my next video. Love you all. Mwah.